And yeah, so I'll put this in the VLE, but again, feel free to ask questions when you're doing it. What if something I'll do, I'll repeat the question into the microphone and you can hear it. Right, so I'm just going to go into my code anywhere that was set up, and I've made a folder called class demo. Now the first thing I'm going to do in class demo is set up a new file, and I'm just going to call it connect. Connect.php. Now it'll be no surprise to you guys that I'm just going to lift this code out of here. Okay. Again, I think maybe next week we'll look at making the database a wee bit more secure. So we've got localhost root, no password. It's called GamesDB. I don't think I need to show you how you do GamesDB again, but again, I can make that another wee video if you want. And for the first time running this code, I'm just going to take out the echo PHP. Just need to fix that in there. There we go. So when I'm working with this, it's a wee bit different from the Amazon Web Services, because if I click and run, it's already running. It's running up there. That was just another project I'd made. So I have called this the class demo. Okay, and you'll see I've not made an index file. So what you're actually getting in here is your connect.php, your parent directory listing. Click on there, connected successfully. All right. If that wasn't connecting, I'd already hit the skids before it started. So that's working. And really, barring something disastrous, I don't need to worry about connect.php again in my demo. Okay, so I can just close that. Close that as well. Now what I'm then going to do is I'm going to do a wee example here of, we'll do a form, all right, a form that can input into the database. Okay, so I will go to create file, and I'll just call this insert.php. Okay, I'll not spend too much time on the structure of it, because we can do that later on. So I want to insert into my database now. For the first things first, I'm just going to go in and nick my code again, and go to insert. Okay, and I'm just going to talk you through this code. We're going to change this fairly significantly. Okay. So you can see in here I've required connect.php. That should be something that you guys always put in, all right? And in here I've got insert into users, user ID, username, password, email, date of birth and role, and values, null, Paul, 123, paul@me.com, 1st of the 1st, 1918 user. I'm just going to change this here, all right? I'll just change it to Tam and save it. Now, there is absolutely nothing around this to qualify the code. So what would happen here is if I just go to the page insert.php, it just says state's been executed. Refresh the page, right? Every time I refresh that page, it runs the code. And what you'll see is tam. So there's nothing qualifying that code there. Do you understand what I mean? The page loads, it does the code, there's nothing to stop it. It just goes like a train right through it. Insert in. Right, change that to Bob. Refresh your page. Go in there, refresh your phpMyAdmin, and Bob has entered the database. The good thing there is that we know that it's making the connection and we know that the syntax is correct, so it's working okay. However, it's not going to be that useful to us, all right? For the simple reason that if all that page does is inserts a user called Bob, right? It's not the most useful page unless you had to put something in your database called Bob with all those exact things. So what I'm going to do, I'll come outside I'll put in a form. So this won't look particularly pretty at the moment, but I'm not going to stress too much about that. So form name equals, I'll just call it form 1. And I'll say action. Now, these are important, right? Action, if I leave the action as blank, you'll see there that what happens is it refreshes that page. Alright. Bigger? Aye, no worries. Okay. Alright, so if I leave that action as blank, it means it just reloads the page. Method, well, at the moment we've only looked at the post method. We'll look at the get method in a couple of weeks. And I'll just check, there's my form there. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a form that can input information. So, user ID, I don't need to worry about that, right? My user ID is going to remain null because the database, the way we set the database up is I've got an auto increment on. So you'll notice when I've put in Tam, and Bob, which is when 11, 12, 13, and 14, at no point if it's the web page or the PHP set to do that. It's just because when we set up the database, the user ID was set to auto increment. Okay, and that's the primary key. Alright, that makes sense to you all? Okay. So the ones we're interested in are username, password, email, date of birth, and role. So let's go in here. And I will say input type equals text and name equals name box. Now in here, I've not set it up to be HTML5, but I will. Okay, I'll say placeholder equals enter name. Okay. Just save that and refresh my page, and you'll see enter name is there. However, what will also have happened, another Bob will have been added to my database in the meantime, alright, but we can sort that out later on. Okay, so if we've got enter name there, that's fine. We've then got password. I'll put in required as well. Input type equals, I'll just say password. I think that will take it as a value. Name equals, now the format I use for this is I just say everything as box. So password box. And again, I'll say required. I'll not bother putting a placeholder in there. Input type equals, and that's email. Name equals email box. And again, put that in as required. Okay, and then I'll put in date. Input type equals date. Name equals date box. Required. And input type equals role. Name equals role box. Okay, and I'll make that required as well. So I've made quite a tight form here that everything's going to need to be put into it. Last thing I've got to put in is a submit. Input type equals submit. Now I've mentioned this before, the submit is directly linked to the action. Okay, name equals submit. Okay, save that. Let's go and look at my page, refresh it. There it is there. Click and submit. Now, in terms of the HTML, the setup I've done here is dreadful. Alright, but what you'll see there is if I click and submit, it doesn't let me go beyond that, so I have to put in a name, put in Michael, click and submit. Please fill out this field. That was the password one. I'll just put in 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, somebody had asked me, Craig, I think it was you that asked me earlier maybe, about the password box. So, if you just call it type passwords, then it blurs it out. No encryption or anything, we'll do encryption in a few weeks' time, right? What was that one again? email. So I'll go me@me.com. Date box, because we've said date, the calendar comes up for you, which is quite nice. Stick that in there. Again, that's some nice validation, client-side validation for you. And that one there, I'll just say user. Now, at this point, I click submit. No, it looks like it's gone to the database. Of course, it hasn't, because I've not told it to do that. What it has done, anyone have a guess? Yeah, there's another Bob in the database, right? Because all it's done is when we hit that, at the moment that just loads the page. That's it. It doesn't actually. It's like having a light switch on the wall. It's not wired up. You hit it, nothing really happens. Just loads the page again. And when the page loads, it does this. So what we need to do is tidy this up a wee bit, and we need to stop it adding Bob to the database for starters. Right. So the first thing I'm going to do is go if. Now I should be doing this with notes, right? This is where I fall apart. That if is set post underscore post, I think, and then I put in square brackets the name of the submission, and it's submit. Yeah, that's why I put that in there. If that down there was bananas, that there would be bananas. Yes. So I'll put a bracket around there, and a bracket around there. That's quite nice actually in Codeinia when it lights up the bracket. You've just, I like that. Yeah, it lights it up bright green so you can see. But what I'll do is say end of submit check. Okay, and again we'll just do this. I'll just tab that in a wee bit. So what should happen? Something about that doesn't look right. Whereabouts there? Yeah. Okay. So what should happen here? If it's submitted by a post method, it does this. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything. What I'll do, let's change that to Jim. You can see the imagination I've got for the names, right? So, if I click on here, just put anything in there. This is where I shouldn't have put my validation on this early. And user. So if I submit that, it loads it. I'm hoping Jim's not been added. Jim has been added, so I've made a mistake somewhere. Alright. Oh no, sorry. No, maybe I'm not. Give me 2 seconds. I will refresh this page. Jim should not be added for the second time. You with me? So that was when I submitted. Refresh. Jim's been added. Right. So, need to go back and have a look here. Let's see. I've made a daft mistake in there's something wrong with the syntax here. Type equals name equals submit. Give me 2 seconds. If you see it, shout out, by the way. That was okay. Val equals submit. No, you don't need an on click for a submit. Val equals submit, name equals submit. If is set post. That's what I've got, isn't it? Oh. Right, okay. I'm just going to change that to, give me another generic Scottish name. Nah, Bob's been, eh? Fred will do, mate. Right, okay, let's have a look. So I've changed that to Fred. Right, rather than that, I'm just going to change this a wee bit. All right, I'm just going to comment that out just now, and I'll comment that out as well. Okay. So I'll explain to you the problem here. So what I'm saying here, if the page has been loaded by the submit button, then it should do this. Yeah. So if I put in echo something, okay, and if I run this, so it thinks it's been submitted constantly. I wonder if it's something to do with the browser. Right, what I'll do, I'm just going to add a wee bit of code around here. Alright, and make it a wee bit nicer. Because I have skimped with my HTML. Okay, so dot type HTML head title something doesn't matter body. And I'll stick the form inside the body. And I will close my HTML. Save that. Okay, and I'm going to take off required. In fact, let me see. I'll go there. Oh, I think I know what it is. Right, give me another name. Jesus will do. Right. This wasn't an issue for my coding, believe it or not. I'll show you what the problem is. So if I click and refresh, because we were in the form, it was thinking I was still submitting, right? And you'll see now it's not saying something, right? But if I go back in here, I'll take the required off. Now it's saying something, right? But if I refresh that, it thinks the form's been submitted again, so the code was fine for once, right? So the problem there is that it thinks I'm in the form, so every time I refresh it, it thinks I'm still in the form. But if I press enter on the URL, it thinks the page has been reloaded. So refreshing the page repeats the action. Does that make sense? So the code was okay, right? So I can get back to this. Okay, so let's try this one more time. What was the name? Oh, for Jesus. Okay. Right, okay. So if I press enter and go in, no Jesus in the database. Yes. However, if I go in and put in something, okay, Jesus is now in the database. So, do you understand what that bit of code does? Right? So, this whole section of code only runs if the submit button has been pressed or the form has been refreshed, alright? It was the form refresh that was causing the issue. However, we've now got all this data. I'm just going to turn off required for that, just so I can muck about with it a wee bit more freely, alright? Okay. When you're towards the end of your project, when you've got everything done, that's what you can put required on. Up until then, it will just be a hindrance to you, I think. You never want to put validation until the very end of your projects. So, When I submit this, what is being submitted to the page? All of these values that are in the form go with it. When we hit that submit button, the whole lot goes. Okay. So what we've got to do is when the form has been submitted, what we do is we get these variables, all right, and we will say username and password and email and date of birth and role. Okay, and that equals what's come in as the post. All right. So again, I should probably check my notes, but I'm just going to try and wing it. So the name of that box is inbox. Agreed? So go in there. Now sometimes when I'm doing this, I prefer to tab it out. The reason I tab it out is because it's a wee bit tidier. It's easier to find your errors. I called that password box, didn't I? And I called that email box. And I called that DOB box. What I should really do in future is create a database that's got only about 2 fields, and that'll speed things up a wee bit. DOB box. Did I call it DOB box? Date box? Date box. Okay, and was that roll box? See user parent, what's it is me? Roll box, yes. Okay, so we have now safely gathered all the information from the form and put it into these variables. All right, now in here we are preparing a statement. All right, the statement is very one-dimensional at the moment. All it does is it puts in Jesus123paul@me.com and it forevermore. That's no use to us. We actually want to put the values that they're storing in their form. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to take that out, and we're going to put in placeholders, right? So I'm just going to say username. Again, you can choose what you want for this, but I'm just going to keep it the same as the names up here. Password, email, DOB, and role. Okay. So they're the placeholders. Now what I want to do is bind the parameters. Now again, forgive me, I'm just going to have to check very quickly my... Oh, don't actually have a paper in front of me when I'm doing this. Where's the VLE gone? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bind the parameters into this. And there we go. So just for speeding things up a bit, I'm just going to copy that. Now, oh, come on. There we go. So, statement, bind parameter, bind param, and it will be username. And then the variable that's holding the username, which was username. Yes? Makes sense. Okay. Now again, I'm just going to cheat a wee bit here. Passwords, email, and roll. Okay, and again, password, email, date of birth, and roll. Okay, so what should then happen is when you bind parameters, one by one, it takes the variable and sets it in place to go in. You'll notice again, I've not bothered talking about user ID or the value that goes into it. All right. Hey. You try it out in a minute. I can't quite remember, to be honest with you. We'll give it a go. Right, so we'll give that a go and run it and see what happens. So I'll save it. And I will refresh my page. Oops. Properly refresh my page. Okay, so enter name. In this case, I will put in. Your mind goes blank when you're doing these things. Joe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Joe at me.com. 1st of February and user. Right, so it looks like it's executed. I'll go in there and refresh it, and there you go. Now that's how you put the information in. So 25 minutes. I think if I had my notes from it, I could have taken about 10 minutes off it. Right. So you don't need to watch this video in its entirety, but you can pause it, stop it, go back and have a look. Hopefully that will be used to you. Do you understand that? Does anyone get any questions? No, you're all happy with that? So I'd like you to try that out as much as you can. Try and resist any just copy and paste because you've got to learn the code first. All right. Okay, see how you got on with that.